campuses remain closed, but that is not stopping Slippery Rock University from still holding orientations.
Another thing that is still moving along at Slippery Rock University is the Student Government Association, as they wrapped up elections for next year's executive board. I'm Joshua Peters.
And I'm Samantha Amato, and you're listening to the Rock Talk, news brought to you by the SRU Rock Media.
Stay up to date with WSR-YOU-TV and the Rocket as we journey through the quarantine together.
On Tuesday, April 21st, the U.S. Secretary of Education, Betsy DeVos, issued a statement directly addressing college and university presidents. The statement regards information about assessing funding available to higher education institutions. The Higher Education Emergency Relief Fund will offer an estimated $14.2 billion to colleges and universities across the country, including more than $7.3 million to Slippery Rock University. A minimum of $3.6 million of SRU's Relief Fund will be awarded for emergency financial aid grants to students. In order to receive the funds, colleges and universities must certify that they will comply with the CARES Act, which means that half of the funds will go directly to emergency financial aid or grants to students to cover basic needs such as food, housing, technology, healthcare, and childcare. DeVos encouraged university and college presidents to use the other half of their emergency relief funds to expand remote learning programs, build IT capacities to support such programs, and train faculty and staff to operate effectively in a remote learning environment. Along with the emergency funding, federal student loans will be suspended through September 30th. Work-study programs will also continue even if students can no longer work on campus.
With the cancellation of all in-person orientation events scheduled for May and June, the Office of Orientation has begun the process of converting orientation to an online experience. Robert Lagnacy, Director of Orientation for over 20 years, said that orientation is important for building a peer network before incoming freshmen begin classes. Lagnacy's goals for the online orientation are to mirror a typical orientation agenda and to include interaction with faculty members as well as the 11 orientation ambassadors. The office will also ask faculty and campus offices to create videos for this online experience. The web-based orientation will be broken into two different virtual experiences, one for students and the other for parents. Both experiences will be accessible to all parents and all students. Throughout the month of June, the orientation ambassadors will host Zoom sessions on Fridays to answer questions from incoming freshmen and oversee virtual icebreakers as well. Lagnacy also said the programming will be spread throughout the summer, which was not previously possible with the typical one-day orientation experience. Students will also receive information on their fall schedule, financial aid, core, and handshake. While students normally receive their ID cards at orientation, they will receive information on how to get their IDs at a later date, according to the SRU first-year orientation webpage. Fall schedules for the incoming students should be completed by June 1st. Lagnacy advises all incoming students and their families to check their emails for more information as it becomes available.
Student government election results are in. Current Speaker of Senate Joey Sudo will be president of the Student Government Association for the 2020-21 academic year. Sudo, a sophomore social work major, secured 64.78% of the student votes, compared to competitor Nicholas Condon's 34.68% of votes. The remaining e-board members include Nathaniel D. Singh as Vice President of Finance, Leif Lindgren as Vice President of Student and Academic Affairs, Mia Graziani as Vice President of Internal Affairs, Amanda Riley as Vice President of Outreach, and Alexis Gish as Vice President of Diversity and Inclusion. Speaker of the Senate and Parliamentarian are the last two opening executive board positions and will be fulfilled at a later date. A total of 358 students voted, which is the lowest turnout from an SGA election in the past decade. Last year, the student turnout was 739. Due to the pandemic, the SGA Senate elections will be delayed until the fall. For more information on SGA's new Senate structure, check out the video on the Rocket's YouTube channel.
The NFL draft comes and goes for Slippery Rock athletes. Roland Rivers, Jake Chapla, and other SRU hopefuls did not hear their names called out over the three-day event. As of now, none of the Slippery Rock University hopefuls have signed with the team as a free agent either. From 2010 to 2019, only 43 Division II players were drafted by the NFL, accounting for just 1.7% of all players. Two more Division II players were drafted in 2020, and many more signed as an undrafted free agents following the draft.
NCAA is paving the way for student athletes to gain compensation from their name, image, and likeness. Stay tuned to the Rocket for more information on the potentially game-changing college athletic news.
Denim Day, a campaign run by the Peace Over Violence to expose harmful behaviors and attitudes surrounding sexual assault, did not go unnoticed amongst the Slippery Rock students. Hope Peer Educators and the Women's Rights and Pride Center hosted a social media campaign from the 27th to the 29th to bring awareness to sexual violence. This past Wednesday, the 27th, those interested in participating were asked to post a picture of themselves wearing denim to their Instagram story to be featured. The campaign wanted to compile as many pictures as possible to support those who stand with survivors of sexual assault.
Today is Giving Day for Slippery Rock. Giving Day has been rebranded as a day of caring and is especially promoting the Continued Success Scholarships and Student Support Fund projects. Students and faculty were encouraged to post their Rock Strong signs on social media with hashtag SRU Giving Day, and Rock Strong leading up to today to be featured in the social media campaign. All funds raised for 2020 Giving Day go towards supporting the students and/or programs at SRU. To donate, go to givingday.sru.edu. That's givingday.sru.edu.
The annual Rising Star Awards are taking place virtually this year on SRU Leadership's Instagram story, with different categories being announced every day. Students and faculty stay tuned to listen for their organization or even themselves. Stay tuned over the weekend for a story from the Rocket about the overall Rising Star ceremony. And that is all from us on this Friday, May 1st. I'm Joshua Peters. Be sure to stay up to date with us next semester on our Facebook page and the online rocket.com. And thank you for your continued listening over these past several weeks.
Stay healthy and stay safe as we journey through the quarantine of finals week together.